fight her.
Oh, big right hand! One punch! That is it! Forget about the count. It is over!
Hi, I'm Susie from Women's Fight News, and today I'm here with British boxer Amy Timlin. So thank you very much for joining me today, Amy. And how are you?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. I mean, as good as can be with all the lockdowns.
Yeah, you just got to stay positive. Well, try to.
You've got some exciting news because obviously it's just been announced your rematch with Carly Skelly on the 20th of February for the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight title.
Yeah, it got announced like I think about 2 weeks ago. So that's something to look forward to. Not a lot of people have got fights as well, so I'm just happy that I'm actually being able to fight during the whole pandemic.
And obviously last time you had a draw. So how do you feel that fight went?
I don't know, like people saw it from different ways. So people saw her winning the fight, people saw me winning the fight. So yeah, I don't know, like I could have done better, but I'm a worst critic, so I'm always gonna say that anyway. But yeah, there's things that I would do different rather than what I did, type of thing.
So what have you been working on towards the rematch? Is there a particular sort of, I mean, obviously you don't want to give too much away, but is there anything you've been working on towards the rematch?
Just training hard, just getting ready for it. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna do because she's probably gonna be watching it, studying what I'm gonna be saying. But yeah, I'm training hard, and in 4 weeks' time, there'll be a different version of myself, definitely, and I'm coming to win. So yeah.
What? Because obviously with you put up some of your training on social media. You're obviously working hard. Is there any particular sort of bits of training you like the best, or any bits you don't like?
The bit I don't like is the hill runs we do. We do hill runs on Saturdays, and they're the worst thing ever because you feel it for days after. Like I'm still hurting now from last week, and I've got another one to do tomorrow. So yeah, it's a killer. Best part sparring. That's the best bit.
Running, did you say?
Sparring. That's the best bit about training.
Getting down to the actual business.
Yeah.
And you obviously train with Kieran Farrell. So how's it training with him? Because obviously he's sort of quite a fun character.
Yeah, I love it. Like Kieran, he's got a lot of passion as well in the sport. So like he gives off positive energy. So when you walk in the gym, he makes you believe in yourself all the time. Like even when you're doubting yourself, he picks you up. And then yeah, he's very positive. So that's one thing that everyone loves about him. And he's just a great coach as well.
Your boyfriend's brother, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Oh, so How does he feel about that he's training you and you're going out with his brother?
He doesn't get involved in that. It's just separate stuff. But yeah, it's all good.
You train with each other though, don't you, as well, with your boyfriend?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Obviously last time was a big fight, because obviously it was your first big fight. How did you feel going into that? Did you feel the pressure, or did you just go with the flow?
It was all new to me, like the entire thing, having cameras at you like all the time. Had someone follow me into my hotel room and video me getting my hair plaited, which I've never had before. So it was all, the whole experience was just completely different to what I'm used to. So that it was overwhelming the first time, but I thought I dealt with it quite well. But the entire thing, I think I dealt with it really well, especially being the age I am as well.
Yeah, you're still very young going into it.
Yeah.
And from Sasha from Women's Fight News recently interviewed Carly and said that in the bubble you were actually next door to each other in the rooms.
Yeah, it was actually a bit of a funny story. That someone walked past, I can't remember, they delivered the food to the door. So I went out, Kieran was across the room from me. So he come out, then he goes, "Hello, Carly, what are you doing there?" So then Carly looked at me, I looked at her, and then was like, "Wow." And then Kieran goes, "Fancy them putting us so close together. It's a bit daft, that, innit?" And then we just started laughing.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that.
No, being next door to your opponent.
I wonder what will happen this time. How was that whole experience in there? Was it sort of quite good, sort of being sort of there and being focused on the fight, or was it quite intense?
I was just focused on the fight more so than anything. Like, when we was in the hotel, I spent most of the time in the room just doing my own thing when everyone else was like in the games room and stuff. I was just focusing more on the fight than anything else when I was there. But yeah, it was a good experience for me.
And obviously, we were saying how this was your big, the big stage, the first time you were on the big stage. But obviously, you had a big kickboxing background, is that right?
Yeah. My kickboxing background, I had like 200 fights, so I was fairly experienced in that department. But it's different as well. Like, coming in from kickboxing to boxing, it's completely different. Like, you have to change everything about yourself, just the way you stand and everything. It's hard adjustment. But it took me a few years actually to learn how to box properly.
What age were you when you took up boxing?
I was 16 when I had my first amateur. So yeah, but it took me a while, because I remember going into my amateur fight, from the kickboxing, and I was so nervous for it, like the most nervous I've ever been in my entire life. It was nerve-wracking.
And thinking about, obviously you want to focus on your next fight with Carly, but thinking about in the future, have you thought about anyone else you would like to fight? Because obviously there's quite a few around your weight now.
Yeah, there's a few. I'll just fight whoever's put in front of me. That's all I do, really. I don't really mind who I fight. As if they put someone in front of me, I'll just fight them. So yeah, I've got my eyes on a few of them, but I'm not gonna
name names.
I'm not gonna name them.
I was gonna say it's quite nice, because it's sort of different levels almost. You've got obviously the newer ones coming in. I mean, sort of at Bantam, Super Bantam, because obviously you've got Ramla Ali, you've got Ellie Scottney, but then obviously you've got the world title shot coming up for Ball and Courtney at Bantam. So it's quite nice. You've got quite a lot of options.
Yeah, I used to train with Rachel Ball as well, so we know each other very well. We've trained with each other for about 5 years.
So that's quite handy.
Yeah, we know each other. She knows me inside out, and I know her as well. So it'd be a good fight, actually. If that came around, it'd be a good fight because we know each other. So yeah, I reckon it would be. But again, got my eyes set on Carly. That's who I'm looking at right now.
And weight-wise, because obviously this is at Super Bantam, what kind of weights would you want to fight at? You just want to focus here or whatever fights come up?
Bantamweight's more so my weight because I'm quite a light fighter in terms of weight. Like me and Carly Skelly, we come up a weight to Super Bantam. We're both natural bantamweights. So yeah, I'd probably be around that weight, but I'd fight anyone that's either get a phone call, and it's a good opportunity. I'll take it.
And on social media, you see a lot how you train with some of the younger fighters, you know, like the young sort of teens, and it's quite nice because you seem like quite a role model, because obviously they're on there sort of supporting you, sharing pictures of training with you. Do you feel that's quite nice that you're sort of a role model for them, even though you're quite young yourself?
Yeah, it is nice, but they actually push us as well. Like it's mad. People say that, but the amateurs they push the pros. Like some of them they run with us, and some of the amateurs are like far in the distance, and we're just there trying to catch them up. So yeah, we both push each other. They're as motivating as what we are to them as well. So yeah.
There seems to be quite a few of the that train with Kieran, some of the younger girls. So it looks quite nice. There's some real talent coming through.
Yeah, he's got some good girls coming through in the gym. He's got some good fighters as well. Like the amateurs, there's some good ones coming through. He's trained them well as well.
In terms of sort of outside of boxing, have you got any passions outside of boxing, things you like to do?
No, not really. I mean, I used to be quite sporty, but now I just stick to doing boxing. Apart from that, I'm not gonna lie, I just watch Netflix and chill and stuff. But no, I don't have any hobbies outside of boxing.
But there's not a lot we can do at the moment with the lockdowns.
No, not much you can do other than train and watch TV.
And obviously I know that there's been in your sort of, you've been through quite a lot in your life and suffered a little bit with sort of mental health, anxiety and things. So if there's a piece of advice you could give sort of your younger self that you, where you're at now, what you know now, what would it be?
I don't actually know because like yeah, I don't know what I'll tell myself. Just keep training hard and staying positive. I think. I don't know. Just yeah, that's what I'd probably tell myself. But I don't really know what I'd tell myself if I was to tell myself something different.
Keep going, and then you'll be on a matchroom card.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, it's been really great to talk to you. And
yeah, it's been lovely talking to you.
I'm looking forward to seeing you getting in that ring and seeing what this rematch is going to be about.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. It's going to be another good fight. Definitely.
You're both quite passionate about it. It's going to be quite a fight, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much, Amy.
Right, thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click like now and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. Thank you. Bye.